Apple TV Plus' Presumed Innocent series is one of the streamer's biggest shows of 2024, but it made some changes to the 1990 Harrison Ford movie. Adapted from Scott Turo's novel of the same name, Jake Gyllenhaal takes the lead as Rusty Sabich to lead the Presumed Innocent cast. The series sees Rusty, who is accused of murdering his mistress, try to prove his innocence as his life and marriage begin to fall apart. While not everyone likes the differences between the Presumed Innocent movie and the series, it is ultimately these changes that contribute to why the show is so popular. It is worth noting that the 1990 Presumed Innocent film and the Apple series are not significantly different. The series keeps a lot of things that were in the original film and maintains its overall essence, making only some changes to the plotline and characters in order to fit its new narrative. The Presumed Innocent series makes changes to Carolyn Polymus' story. Carolyn Polymus is more unlikable in Apple TV Plus' show. In a flashback, Carolyn Polymus, Renata Reinsver, in Presumed Innocent Season 1 Episode 8 image via Apple TV Plus. The Apple TV Plus Presumed Innocent does a great job of capturing Carolyn's story. However, the series makes some alterations from the previous movie regarding some aspects of her life and career. In Harrison Ford's Presumed Innocent, Carolyn has a romantic relationship with Raymond Horgan, not just Rusty. Furthermore, following her death in the film, Rusty discovers that she was working on a bribery case that Raymond assigned to her, which is crucial in determining who is behind her murder. The series makes no mention of the B-file missing from her office. In fact, Carolyn is portrayed as a regular prosecutor who works on normal cases, whereas in the film, she specializes in cases relating to sexual abuse. The change to Carolyn's story and what she was working on tallies with what happens in the series. Since the TV show introduces another suspect, it wouldn't have made sense if it went with the narrative about the bribery case because it has nothing to do with who Rusty thinks killed her. The Presumed Innocent TV show includes new characters. Jake Gyllenhaal's Rusty has 2 children. Kyle, Kingston Roomy Southwick, very serious during the trial against his father, Rusty in Presumed Innocent Season 1 Episode 8 image via Apple TV Plus. Another difference between the Presumed Innocent TV show and the movie is that the series has characters that were not part of the film. A great example of this is Lorraine, Raymond Horgan's wife. The story delves deeper into Raymond's personal life, with a bigger role in the series than he has in the movie. Maya Winslow, Kyle, Jaden, Liam Reynolds, Clifton, and Michael Caldwell also don't feature in the Harrison Ford film. The series doesn't only include new supporting characters, but it makes changes to some of them. Alana Rodriguez replaces Dan Lipranza in the series, but they essentially play the same roles with just a few differences. On the other hand, while some of the characters in the series were not part of the original movie, their addition to the TV show enriches its story. For example, Lorraine is important because she helps shed light on Rusty's failings and doesn't blindly believe in his innocence like her husband. Rusty's children, Kyle and Jaden, help humanize Rusty in a way that is missing from the film. Carolyn Polymus has a son in the Apple TV Plus show. Carolyn and Michael did not have a relationship. Dalton Caldwell, Matthew Allen, and Michael Caldwell, Tate Birchmore, in court on the day of the final trial in Presumed Innocent Season 1 Episode 8 image via Apple TV Plus. One of the things that the Presumed Innocent TV show and movie have in common is that they both portray Carolyn as a cold person. However, the series further emphasizes this by including Michael Caldwell, Carolyn's son. In the 1990 film, Carolyn has no desire to have children. During the investigation following her death in the film, it was revealed that she had a diaphragm so she couldn't procreate. Her career and political aspirations were her only priority. Although Carolyn has a son in the series, she doesn't tell anyone about him. She and her son were estranged, and he was solely living with his father. Having Carolyn be a mother in the series may seem like an odd choice, but it works because of how she treats him. The fact that she wanted nothing to do with her own child and kept his existence a secret, even from Rusty, helps paint a clearer picture of her character. The Presumed Innocent series changes why Rusty was acquitted. A key part of evidence wasn't included in the Presumed Innocent series. Rusty, Jake Gyllenhaal, in court with Maya taking notes behind him in Presumed Innocent Season 1 Episode 8 image via Apple TV Plus. The reason behind Rusty's acquittal is another big difference between both adaptations of the novel. In the film, Rusty is acquitted because a key part of the evidence, the glass with his fingerprints on it that was found in Carolyn's apartment, is missing. Due to its absence, the prosecutors on his case couldn't put him in Carolyn's apartment at the time of her death. Additionally, the film sees Dr. Herbert Kumagai make a mistake during his post-mortem analysis of Carolyn's body, which creates reasonable doubt for the jury. However, the glass isn't mentioned during Rusty's trial in the Presumed Innocent series. It isn't even part of the evidence discovered in Carolyn's apartment. Given that in the series, Rusty's DNA is found all over Carolyn's house, it wouldn't make sense to include something as minuscule as a glass to prove that they were having an affair. There is a lot of circumstantial evidence that points to Rusty being the killer in the TV show, so the inclusion of Dr. Kumagai's blunder would have just complicated a story that already had too many details.